All right, one last thing for the Finder, but not in Finder Prefs. Note we're actually going to go to the View menu for the Finder, View, go down to where it says Show View Options, and this is the view options for this area. Leave this at 64 by 64, but I'll show you what it does. It'll change the size of the icons, make them really small, and later on you might want to do that. That's okay, but for now, keep it at 64 by 64. The spacing grid makes a difference when you have this chosen. Or, for example, if I right-click over here, just on the desktop, I can clean up everything by name, so alphabetical. I can right-click and clean up by kind. They're all the same thing, so there's no difference there. Clean up by date created. That should put them there. It's in reverse now. This is first one I did, last one. And I don't know if I can switch the direction. Yeah, not later. I mean, not now. But anyway, that's okay. So now, this is the first one I did. And all of that is according to this grid. And I don't know, it doesn't give me numbers. So we're going to keep it on, let's see, not the first, second, third, fourth. Put it on the fifth little tick mark. Just because you guys can totally change this later. But I want to see everyone's just like this for now when you're turning this in. And you can change where the label goes. I don't like that. But anyway, keep it just like mine. And then once you've turned this assignment in, you can make it whatever you want. The last thing is I want you to have it snap to grid. If the snap to grid is not on, I can move this and I can put these, kind of on top of each other. And it's just a big pile of, whatever. Kind of hard to tell. If it's snap to grid and I move things around, if I grab these and I move them just anywhere, they will space out to a grid. Now the grid is based on, it will not go into the next spot until I move it far enough to be there. If I just do a little bit, it won't. And depending on how big that grid is, then, that's kind of how big it is. If I make it really small, then, yeah, anyway. So we're going to do the second, third, fourth, fifth, and keep it snap to grid. And I'm going to right click and clean up by date created. If you choose this one, now the difference between clean up and sort by, it will always be that way. I won't be able to move it. So it's clean up now, and so I can move them and I can put them where I want. If you change it to sort by date created, there's no way I can put them where I want. It will always put them in order, which, maybe you want, whatever. The oldest one or the newest one will always be at the bottom, and it'll keep filling up your list this way. For now, take that check mark. Don't do sort by. By the way, I'm moving too fast. Right click on the desktop, go to sort by. Make sure sort by just says snap to grid. That's all we want. And then you can, let's see. Yeah, anyway, so that's right there. Notice that changed. If I come over here and right click and do my sort by and say name, it switches to name here. So we're going to leave it like that. Long story short, I want it like this. Make sure that's 64 by 64. This one is on the fifth mark right there. This says 12. I didn't go over that, but you can make these larger later if you want. But for now, for this assignment, keep it 12. Keep it on the bottom. Show icon preview. Show system item info. In this case, these are pictures, so it's going to show the resolution. We don't want that. Snap to grid. Show icon preview. Exactly like mine. And then wrap it up. Shift Command 4, spacebar. Click. And this is called Desktop View Options. All right, so we're going to save this screenshot as Desktop View Options. All right, so I'm going to close this, and here's my screenshot. Desktop View Options, just like that. Then you'll submit that.